Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Call It Like It Is. I'm your host, Rachael.
And I'm Whitney.
And we've been missing for several weeks, so hopefully, if we do have regular listeners,
sorry guys,
they're not wondering where we are. Autumn, Shauna's daughter Autumn, I work with her at Walmart on the weekends. She told me she listens to this getting ready for work, and I was like, girl,
we just needed, we were going through it.
Yeah, we just needed a break. I think maybe next time we should make a post saying that we're taking a break. That way we don't just leave people hanging.
Sometimes when I just get really deep into my I wasn't depressed.
You're just in a funk.
Yeah, everything was going on.
Yeah.
I just get really deep into it, then I'm just communication.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. But you know what? We're back now, and we'll do our best to.
Girl, do I got a story for you?
Oh, about what?
About how I almost kicked some bitch's ass.
Oh, at the beach?
Yeah. Well, on the way home.
Oh.
I purposely didn't tell you everything.
Oh.
The other night so that I could tell you.
Oh, that lady. Oh, yes. My God, I forgot I read that in my sleep. Yes. See, I thought I already done forgot.
See, you done forgot.
I done forgot.
So, as you know, we were having air conditioner issues at the beach, and it was the last day, and I was like, Mom, let's just leave tonight.
Yeah.
We can leave at 10 or 11, and, the kids will sleep, and there will be no traffic, and we can just drive home and sleep in our own beds with our own AC.
Yeah.
And it sounded glorious.
Yeah. Until you did it?
No, actually, I prefer to travel at night.
Okay, yeah. Except for that one time when we came back from Virginia
Every
Beach.
time I drive at night, actually, I do think about that.
Oh, my God.
And how many times we had to pull over on the side of 81 so we could switch off.
Yeah,
because
we were falling asleep.
Yes.
That was crazy.
That was.
I'll never do that to
I could
myself.
Never do it again, actually.
No.
Okay, but I took a 3.5 hour nap.
Yeah.
Friday before we left, so.
Yeah.
I was gooch.
You were gooch. Okay, go ahead.
Anyway, so we stopped. Have you ever been to North Carolina? Or to Nags Head?
No. I've only been as far as Carolina Beach, which is right into North Carolina.
Okay, so when you get on our journey there, we come across the border station. It's just a really big gas station.
Oh.
At the border.
At the border.
Okay, so we stopped. We were like, let's just stop here real quick. Because, Maddie's boyfriend needed an energy drink. I don't know why, because he wasn't driving. But Jeremy needed a drink. Well, they were closed. So then we drove a little bit down the road to 7-Eleven.
Oh, that's where you done fucked up.
Nobody was there.
Oh, well,
except for, the guy.
Yeah.
And, I was, in the bathroom. I come out, and I'm looking for snacks. And this lady comes in, and she says, somebody baby out there crying. And the gas station attendant was like, my baby's out there crying. And she said, no, somebody's baby. He goes, oh, good, ain't my baby. He was very, he was just like, not my problem,
not
okay?
my baby. Was his baby outside in the car?
So I was just like, okay. Okay, she just pointed out, she's just outspoken, whatever. Mom was outside with Mason.
So then what?
Who was crying? Mason was crying. He woke up as Jeremy got out of the car.
Yeah.
And was, upset that he didn't get to go into the store.
Yeah. He was being a kid.
He's 2.
Yeah.
Okay. And she just walked around the whole store saying, somebody baby crying. My baby wouldn't be crying. My baby's at home. Take that baby home. She just kept on and on. And I know that I run my mouth. I run my mouth to you guys a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I talk a lot of shit, but I'm very, I avoid confrontation at all costs.
I feel like it'd be different if nobody was in the car.
Right.
Right. And then you're saying something.
But she just kept on and on and on. And I said a prayer. I said, Lord, that's the devil working, okay?
Lord.
You should keep the devil.
She's the devil and she's testing me right now.
Okay. And of course, I failed.
Yeah.
I very politely looked at her and said, there is an adult in the car with the baby. He's upset he didn't get to come into the store because it is 1 o'clock in the morning. I assure you, he is fine. And she's like, I wasn't talking to you. Mind you, a couple minutes earlier, she walked right past me, Maddie and Matthew, and made eye contact and said, your baby's in the car crying. She said, your baby is in the car crying. And so then she's like, I wasn't talking to you, stupid.
She did not.
She did. She just kept saying, look at you. I wasn't even talking to you and you got offended. Stupid. She just kept on and on and on, Rach. On and on. And kept saying I was stupid. And she was like, I wasn't judging you. Now you all upset over nothing. Stupid.
This is what people...
Okay, and I literally said, why the fuck are you still talking to me?
Yeah.
And she said, because I can. And she's like, this is a free country.
This is why
And then she, like, ran outside and was, like, twirling in a circle.
Was she on something?
Yelling. She was drunk.
Oh.
Yelling, this girl's baby outside crying.
Was she by herself?
Her friend was in the car, okay? And I hope her friend is not friends with her after this because I wouldn't be.
Did you say your friend's in the car crying?
The gas station attendant was like, I'm really sorry about her. And I was like, okay, well, tell her to stop. Like, if you know, I was like, you know her? And he was like, yeah. Then tell her to stop.
Tell her to shut the fuck up.
So Maddie goes to the car, okay? And Maddie and Mom are the same person.
Yeah.
Maddie, she will confront you.
Yeah.
We are not the same. She was going off on this lady in the parking lot. Maddie don't put her hair up. Okay.
Oh my
and
God.
She was like, why don't you go do some drugs or something? Maddie to this lady. And then I was like, shut the fuck up. Shut up and get in the car. Okay, shut up.
Yeah.
Like, we are going home. Shut up.
Yeah.
And then this lady, she came by and she was piping off again. And I literally was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
My baby is fine. Okay? Mama Kim was still sitting in the car while all this was happening.
That shocked me.
She was showing some real restraint.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm proud of her.
Yeah, I'm really proud of her too. But then the lady, like, told Maddie, was like, shut up, bitch, or something like that. So then Mama Kim got out of the car.
Oh, shit.
So then I was like, God damn it, I gotta get back out of the car now too.
Oh, shit.
And the lady just kept on, like, at least my kid's got a dad. And Jeremy was right there. We're like, there's the dad. You fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And then she just kept on, like, waving her fucking Red Bull around. And she was like, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And Mom was like, I'm gonna beat your ass. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, like, I'm not like you and just run my mouth.
Yeah.
I will kick your fucking
She really
ass.
was. When you try to, like, stop Mama Kim from going after someone like that, she's very strong. I was like, stop pushing me, bitch.
Yeah.
But eventually I did get her back in the car. And the lady was like, y'all white.
Was she colored?
Yeah, she was.
Is colored the correct term? I feel like she was African American.
Yes. Which was like, what?
I'm sorry if I said colored, and that's
like,
not the correct way.
I think it's so stupid when you're, like, arguing with someone and you just, like, you bring your race into it, you bring their body into it, you bring their fucking children into it.
Yeah.
But
literally, because you have nothing else to, like, say.
Right, I was like,
you're just gonna say something stupid.
I'm white. Yeah. I'm not blind.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
She just kept on. And, like, I know she was drunk, but, like, stop talking about my kids.
Yeah. And control yourself.
And her friend was like, I'm so sorry, she's drunk. And then I was like, so put her muzzle her and put her in the car.
Yeah. This is why people get shot at 7-Eleven at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Whenever we see those crazy instances on the news, that's why.
Yeah. Jeremy was in the bathroom when it all started.
Oh,
and Jeremy walks outside to, like, me pushing Mom back to the car and this lady mouthing off like a chihuahua. Oh my God. Maddie's going off.
Oh my God.
And,
dude, Maddie.
And I'm just like, everybody just get in the car. Just get in the car.
Fucking Maddie.
Her friend got in the car and, like, I thought she was, like, because she, like, threw it in reverse and, like, took off. I thought she was going to leave her there because I would have.
Yeah.
But she, like, pulled in behind, like, where Mom's car was to, like, get her friend. She was like, Raven! Get in the car!
Jesus God.
But
I would never let any of my friends, nobody.
Right.
Well, first of all, none of us would do that, even if we are drunk. Like, we're not going to go through somebody's baby's crying.
We were parked under, like, the lady made eye contact with Mom when she walked into the store. Because she's like, your baby's crying. Why don't you get it a cup or a donut?
What?
And Mom was like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. God dang. At least my baby have a daddy.
Right. My baby's at home crying with his dad. Okay. You ain't there taking care of it.
You are drunk in the fucking
At least my crying baby's with me. I mean, not that, like, I'm not judging her parenting, okay?
Yeah.
Because this is not my place, but
yeah,
she started it.
She judged your alls, so you...
Yeah, I'm so sorry that my baby's sitting in the car with his grandmother. Well, I mean, he's not my baby, but our baby was sitting in the car in his car seat, like, properly strapped in with his Mimi, because we didn't want to take him into 7-Eleven at 1 o'clock in the morning. For good reasons.
To stumble upon drunk people like herself.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, Maddie, man, she's... Yeah. It's not going to be good. She going to be kicking everybody's ass, pretty sure.
Poor Wade was asleep when we got there. Okay, and then he said, I woke up and everybody was screaming. And I do feel bad because, like, I don't like to act like that in front of the children.
Well, no.
But
she just kept on.
She kept on, and I was like, I hit my limit.
Yeah.
Hit my limit.
Oh, my God.
What?
I just remembered what I have to share. I'm going to do an unboxing video, though, when it comes.
What is it?
My sausages.
Oh, I forgot you got that.
Yeah. So I need to do an unboxing video, and then I will, I'll talk about it next time then. Just, you know, if you're wondering about the sausages, you'll have to wait till next weekend.
But after that, it was pretty uneventful.
I mean, you all had fun, though, right? Mm-hmm. Other than the whole AC thing.
Yeah. When Mom stopped when we got off 81 because she needed gas because she wasn't going to make it home. So I just went ahead. And when Mom and them got home, one of the local crackheads, was like, no, at our house. On our road was like walking up and down the street, like walking into people's yards like she lived there.
What the hell?
Yeah.
That's the shit that goes on while we're sleeping.
I know.
You got to see it.
That's why I locked my car. I know. I've seen a crackhead in the wild.
Yeah. It's rare we see them.
Apparently the same lady was down the road, like as you're going towards Airport Road.
Yeah.
Apparently she was in the road naked the other day, talking about how somebody's house was going to blow up.
Oh my God, bro.
The house indeed did not blow up.
But
kids.
Jesus, it's getting like worse around here too. And it's sad because they need help.
I know.
And like I
shouldn't laugh.
We have to.
If we don't laugh, we cry.
Exactly. And it's funny, but it's not funny because they do need help and they're lost but sometimes, man, the things that they do and say, you just can't. I mean, there's one that's been walking back and forth through here talking to herself.
What's she look like?
She has like shaved hair.
Really skinny?
Yeah.
She have purple hair?
Yeah, I know who it is. I personally know who it is.
Oh, that's the same one.
Oh, that was naked in the road?
Yeah.
With the house blowing up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know who that is. Which makes me even more sad because, like, I know her and I know who she used to be. Mm-hmm. So, like, seeing her like that is kind of heartbreaking because she is a mom and she, you know, she's just lost. And it's sad. It's sad to see people go through that. Yeah. You know, but I hope and pray and just send her good vibes that she goes and gets help one day and wants to turn her life around for the better. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they walk through here. They're swatting at the air. They're just touching the ground. They're
the air.
Walking backwards. Like it's wild.
Yeah. Bless their hearts.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. Would you like to talk about do you have a book?
Yes, I do.
You don't?
I do.
Oh,
I'm so sorry I hit the mic.
Okay. Is your book a smut book? Of course it is.
Duh, I don't. Mama, bless her heart. Okay, did you see her Facebook post about she was like, has anybody got any Nora Roberts or Danielle Steele books? Yeah. So I had one Nora Roberts book because I've read a couple of them.
So she's been reading.
Mama's always read.
Oh.
Mama read the smut. You know those like cowboy, those sexy
I got a whole pile of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she be reading them.
Whenever our podcast takes off, I'm gonna frame some of the or OG like cowboy smut covers. Yeah, because they're so funny. Like they're so interesting.
telling her, or we were talking, she's like, that book you gave me is so good. By the way, it's Nora Roberts' Undercurrent. Oh, very good.
Very good book. Okay.
And
go, Mama.
She'd be like, you read them Amish books? And I almost told her, Mama, in my books, they be fucking. Okay?
You should have said that. I'd have loved to seen what she said.
She was too close to me. She probably would have hit me. She'd be like, stop it. I'm like,
she probably you would have. Yeah. Viola.
They be fucking in
they
my
be
books,
fucking. They be fucking in our books, Mama.
Okay. So, in this book where they be fucking, it just came out. It's called Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. And this Megan is spelled the same way as our Megan.
Aww.
So I knew it was destined.
It was destiny.
Actually, I've read her books, a couple of her books.
Okay.
So, Scotty Price just started a new job, and it's a real sausage fest.
Oh,
She's the only woman on a team filled with Brads and Chads, and so expecting a bachelor pad atmosphere, she is surprised when she finds out that everyone around her is happily married. In an effort to try and impress her new team, Scotty mentions her husband. The only problem, he doesn't technically exist. So when her boss offers her and the supposed love of her life a one-on-one session with the best counselor money can buy, who just happens to be her boss's partner, she has to think quickly. Enter Wilder Wells, her best friend's brother.
Oh.
And next thing she knows, the two of them are on an 8-day marriage camp with all of her co-workers sharing a cabin, and unfortunately for Scotty, Wilder's even more handsome than she remembers.
Of course he is.
So, to describe Megan Quinn's book, they're very unserious.
Yeah, they're like
they're funny.
They're also like unbelievable almost. Yeah. Like the storyline like that probably would never happen. I mean, a lot of the smut books are like that though.
But it was really funny actually. They all had cabins at the
retreat thing.
The retreat.
Yeah.
And their cabin was very sexual. There was like handcuffs, like in
handcuffs.
There was handcuffs in the bed built
dang.
into the bed. And
do them things get sanitized after each time?
Probably. There was a like a suction cup dildo in the shower. And
that was already there.
Yes, it's already there. It already had, like, it was filled with toys.
My question for you is, would you use those toys?
No.
Would you use the handcuffs?
Because when I travel, I take my own.
I know, but could you imagine somebody's going into a cabin and there's already a dick suction cup to the wall and they start using it? Like, do you know what I mean?
So you find out that the boss and the counselor, like, they're married, the boss and the counselor.
Yeah.
You find out that he owns it.
Oh.
So maybe he does get new stuff in there.
I hope so, but would you use it? Like,
no.
if you showed up and that shit was in there?
No.
I don't think I would either.
I mean, the handcuffs, sure.
Maybe, but...
I would take a Clorox wipe to them.
Take a Lysol spray.
But there was, like, she said it was a mini bar full of, like, condoms. You had to pay $15 for a 3-pack.
Of condoms?
Yeah. There's, like,
God dang.
lube. Yeah.
That's crazy. I bet funny. My ass would. That's why people getting pregnant. Nobody wants to pay that.
Yeah, Wilder was not a cowboy, so it took me a minute to adjust.
Why are we like this?
He was an average, good-looking guy.
Oh, look, it just Till Summer Do Us Part?
Yeah.
Okay.
With a lip ring, and he wore beanies.
You know me with piercings. I can't.
He had a pierced weenie.
See, I can't.
I didn't look it up, but, like, it was described, like...
You didn't look up the pierced wiener?
No, because he, like, says what it is.
Oh. And it's a cross?
It looked like it said it was like a cross.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, I, like, even when I was reading the last Elliot Rose book with the pierced nose, like, I had to unimagine his nose being pierced. And then, like, this book, when he was talking about his dick being pierced, I had to unimagine it. Because I don't
mind a nose piercing. I've never experienced a live pierced weenie yet.
I mean, I haven't
It's on my
either.
bucket list.
it's on my bucket list, but I'm married and he don't have one. So it's like, I don't know.
Do you remember when I had my nipples pierced and you were like,
yeah.
oh, I'm just going to get like the stickers or whatever? I wonder if you can do that.
I don't know.
We'll have to look it up.
We'll have to look it up. I feel like it would just fall off.
I also read this other book called Pucking Around.
Yeah. Did they have piercings too?
The one had a pierced wang, and from my understanding, it was like piercings going up the shaft.
Yeah, like the Jacob's Ladder piercing or whatever it is.
Okay.
See, I don't know. That just freaks me out.
My luck, I would get with someone with like a Jacob's Ladder, and he just insert it and pull out my birth control.
See, there are stipulations. There are stipulations.
Not safe for the new varang.
No. I don't know. Just for me, it like gives me the ick.
You have very fucked up insides. I wouldn't.
I would definitely get
Yeah, you're gonna have to Dr. Nelson.
Dr. Nelson, and he'd be like, "What did you do now?"
There's a piercing stuck in my cyst.
Stop! In my cyst. God, could you imagine?
Yeah.
So my book is not Smutt. It's Frida McFadden. It's her new release, The Tenant. I actually really liked it. I don't know why it only has 3.86 stars on Goodreads, but
sounds like a horse.
So here's the description. There's no place like home. Blake Porter is riding high
Dorothy.
Until he's not. Fired abruptly from his job as a vice president of marketing and unable to make the mortgage payments on the new brownstone that he shares with his fiancée, he's desperate to make ends meet. Enter Whitney.
Stop it,
Beautiful,
bitch!
charming, down to earth, and looking for a room to rent. She's exactly what Blake's looking for.
A good time.
Or is she? Because something isn't quite right. The neighbors start treating Blake differently. The smell of decay permeates his home, no matter how hard he scrubs. Strange noises jar him awake in the middle of the night. And soon Blake fears someone knows his darkest secrets. Danger lives right at home, and by the time Blake realizes it, it'll be far too late. The trap is already set.
What'd that bitch Whitney do?
Frida McFadden knocks at your door with a gripping story of revenge, privilege, and secrets turned sour. It was really good. I really liked it.
Yeah.
Because, she always be doing shit. She always be twisting, turning shit like crazy.
That was a good one.
But I did start reading Taming the Heart, the third Crimson Ridge book.
I need to finish those.
And when Riley Green released his cowboy pictures, that's all I could envision.
Yeah, I go between like what I'm picturing the Cowboys. A lot of the times it is Riley Green. Just because I'm blind to any other man.
Dude.
Also, Yancey from Ransom Canyon.
Okay.
But now, maybe when I read like the books with like the older Cowboys, I'm gonna picture Stanton.
Oh my God, that motherfucker is so hot. Everybody's like, Yancey, and I'm like, Stanton, and I thought his name was Stan, remember?
Yeah, no, but it's Stanton.
That motherfucker's hot. Like, I love some salt. I love some salt and pepper. Like, give me some salt and pepper. And maybe it's just because I'm getting older.
Well,
but
I'm at that age where I can date you or your dad.
Exactly.
Just call me mom.
Yeah. I'll make you a grilled cheese, honey.
And go to your fucking room. I need to bang your dad on the counter.
And then I'll be upstairs to you later.
Stop!
No, but, years ago, I hated mustaches. I hated it. They grossed me out. I fucking hated a mustache. It reminded me of a pedophile. Like, I just didn't like it. And then something happened, and I don't know if it's because of my husband obsessively watching Smokey and the Bandit that I actually stopped and appreciated Burt Reynolds and how hot he was, and he had his mustache. I don't know if that's what started it.
It's not a mustache, it's handlebars.
It's handlebars.
Yes.
Okay, so do we want to get into our craziness and then you do your crime corner, or do you...
I feel like there was something else I was going to say.
Oh.
But I don't remember. Yeah. Was that Whitney bitch in the book, was she bad?
I can't tell you.
Yes,
you gotta read the book.
Spoiler alert, if you don't want to hear it, stop right now. Beep.
Beep. No, she's not bad.
It was the guy, wasn't it?
Nope.
I'm not going to read it.
Nope.
Was it Frida herself?
It was Frida herself. I'll tell you after the show.
Okay.
It was so fucking good. Okay.
I'm glad to know that the Whitney bitch wasn't bad.
So, yeah,
Beep.
of course not. Beep. Okay, so I sent the picture to Tim because I need him to show it to the listeners. And oh, shit. And I may even post the picture on our socials so that people can see. This came from a Facebook page called Brooke from Let's Not Date, and it has a blue check mark, so I'm assuming that it's a verified page. So the title reads, "Don't send me an unsolicited picture of your peewee coctopus unless you want me to A, find your mom's Facebook, B, find a picture she uploaded of you reminiscing about what a nice young man you were, C, badly Photoshop that into a locket, and D, convince you I'm your daughter. Happy Father's Day, Daddy." So, she posts the screenshot of the text messages. Apparently, this man had sent her a picture of his dick on Facebook or wherever on Messenger. And she responds with, "Wow, it's weird you messaged me today of all days. I was just looking at your profile the other day." He said, "Nice. Did you like what you saw? I can send you more." She replies with, "I was a little shocked, to be honest." He said, "Why?" She said, "Well, this is going to sound crazy, but my dad, who I've never met, well, it's just his name is also Butch. I don't know his last name, but I know he lives in blank, or at least he did, and when I saw your friend request and where you lived, my heart dropped." And he said, "How old are you?" And she goes, 36. He goes, "Okay, who's your mom?" She responds with, "I want to answer you for closure, but Mom asked me to never reach out to you, so let's take this slow and find out if it's you first or not. I do have a picture of my dad as a young man." He responds with, "Show it to me now." Okay, here it is.
Yeah.
She put it in a locket. And she says, "I keep it in a locket around my neck to keep him close to me." He responds with, "Jesus, that's my senior picture. Erase the picture I sent you. Delete the picture I sent. Fucking hell. Who is your mom? Tiffany? Brandy?" She responds with, "I can't believe this is really happening. God has blessed us with this moment. I wish you hadn't sent me a picture of your penis, Dad." He goes, "Jesus, hell, I didn't know. I said delete it. Who is your mom? Where do you live? Delete the picture. Don't tell your mom this, okay?" And she responds back with, "Happy Father's Day, Daddy."
Stop. This is why you don't be sending dick pics.
Exactly. We don't want to see it. Okay, we do have a friend that does love dicks. And they love to see them. They love to, they can just get going by looking at wieners, okay? Most women don't find dicks attractive.
Mm-mm. I don't want to see a picture unless it's pierced.
I don't want to see a picture at all. Well, that's a lie, because I do get pictures, okay? But I ask for them, okay? B, it's never in a way that I don't want to see it. Like, I'm calling him out, of course, but
well, everybody knows who you're talking about.
But maybe somebody else be sending me dick pics, I just don't understand why these men will talk to women and be like, "How's your day going, honey?" And then she's like, "Great." And then boom, dick pic.
That kind of goes along with like when you don't have to deal with it anymore because you're like married. But the dating scene is not fun.
No.
Okay.
Because
and I don't ever want to hear somebody tell me that it is, because it's not.
No.
Somebody message you on Facebook and you're like, okay, like maybe the Lord done said, you know what, Whitney?
Yeah.
You've been through them.
Yeah. Here's a good one.
Okay, I haven't been ran through like a train the way that sounded, but like.
You mean emotionally.
Yes.
And like shitty ways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, you've been tested. Here's your reward.
Yeah.
Okay, it's never that, because they'll be like, hey, what are you doing? And I'll be like, whatever I'm doing. And they'll be like, what about you? And they're like, oh, nothing, just laying here. And then they'll be like, how's your day? I'm like, great. And then it'll be like, oh, my day was great too. Here's my dick. And then and they're like, do you want to send me a picture of your boobs? No.
No. Mm-mm. No, motherfucker. I don't want to send you a picture of my boobs.
At least take me out to dinner first.
Yeah. Why do they do that? Because
I just don't understand what goes through a male's brain when...
I don't either.
I'm sure there are females that are like, oh, hi, I'm Ashley. Do you want to see my boobs?
Yeah.
I'm sure there are females that do that too. And I'm just like, what goes through your
head? But see, the woman asked, do you want to see my boobs?
Well, I'm sure there's...
I know.
In my head she does, saying. But like...
why? Just... I don't...
At least ask them if they want to see it first.
Yeah. No, they just send it.
Hi, do you want to see my limp dick as it lays on my stomach?
Yeah.
No.
And my probably very hairy balls that nobody wants to see.
If it is not 5 inches or more, I don't want to see it.
If it's not 5 inches or more, I don't want to see it.
Okay.
Shut up.
I'm at max capacity for itty bitty weenies.
Itty bitty weenie committee.
Yeah.
I don't know, Whit. I don't know.
I literally don't care anymore.
Like, in today's society, though, like, that's just how everybody is. It's disgusting. Like, whatever happened to trying to get to know somebody or, wanting to go out and have fun, go to the movies, go bowling, I don't know, go for a ride in the mountains. That's totally not going to lead to any kind of nastiness, but you know what I mean? Like, chivalry is dead. It really, really is.
It's disgusting.
It is. Boom, here's my dick. Boom, here's my dick. Boom, here's my dick.
It's not impressive.
Well, why do they think we want to see it? That's the thing.
I don't have any dating apps. My Facebook profile does not say please send all unsolicited dick pics.
It must. On there.
I'm gonna need you to look and see if it does, because I can't find it.
Me being a woman, I'm gonna sit here and tell you right now, when I look at a dick, my panties do not get wet. I mean, yeah, you get a little excited because it's a wiener. Like, I mean little excited. But for me, it's like...
I say that, like, I'm just really repulsed.
I want to be talked dirty to. I want to be touched.
Just
I
be fucking
loved.
Nice, okay?
But I mean, like, that's what would turn me on. Versus you just sending me a picture of your nasty wiener.
Like, walk in the room and pull your pants down and then just...
Yeah. Here's what you're working with.
Wet.
Yeah. No, it doesn't work like
Sahara
that.
Desert.
Yeah, we're not men. We don't look at body parts and instantly get a hard on.
Oh my god, there's a nipple.
Oh shit. Well, hell, sometimes it can be a leg. It could be a foot. It could be an arm, a shoulder.
That's why you can't wear tank tops in school.
Yeah, because those little fucking perverts be getting boners.
And their teachers. Fucking pieces of shit.
Anyways, would you like to read your first Reddit read? Mm-hmm. Since that was our Facebook read of the day.
Okay, I did find one.
Okay, I'm ready.
I accidentally sent a nude picture to my teacher thinking it was my boyfriend. Why do you have your teacher's phone number?
And exactly, why do you have your teacher's phone number?
So, it says, I, 16-year-old female, am really disturbed and embarrassed about what happened last night. I can't keep it a secret. I have school tomorrow, and I'm freaking out. My boyfriend, 17, and my teacher, 38, both have the same last name. It's a very common last name, and I never really thought anything of it. I was never really the type of person to send pictures of myself to anyone, but my boyfriend was feeling different one day and asked if we could switch it up. So I agreed since we had been together for 2 years. I spontaneously sent a nude full-body picture in the shower.
But you're 16.
I know. Beat that ass.
Beat that ass, girl.
There was no reply for almost an hour. I thought I had done something wrong or he didn't like the way my body looked. A notification popped up on my phone finally. It wasn't what I was expecting, but I was pleased with the response. It was a nude picture back of his waist down.
The teacher sent a picture back. I
smiled and asked my boyfriend if he wanted to FaceTime and have some fun. He responded almost instantly with a yes.
No.
Is this... Right before... right before I hit the FaceTime button, I got a message from my boyfriend again with a question mark asking if I was going to send anything. At that moment, I realized I had sent the pictures to my English teacher. The whole time I was not talking to my boyfriend. I was talking to my 38-year-old teacher. Disgust was written all over my face. I want to hide in my room and never come out. I blocked my teacher from my phone. School is tomorrow and I have no idea what to do. Someone please help me.
Girl. Holy fuck. He sent a picture back. How would you handle that? Would you go tell because he sent a picture back? Or would you not tell because you started it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, regardless, the teacher's in the wrong here because he sent a picture back and wanted to FaceTime her.
Was the teacher hot? I'm just kidding. Kind of.
These books.
I know. I don't know what I would do.
I mean, I would hope that she would do the right thing. But I can also understand why she would feel extremely embarrassed and like doesn't want anybody to know that she initiated it by accidentally sending it.
Isn't it like illegal as a child to still send like
is it child pornography?
Isn't there like laws against sexting?
Is there?
I feel like that was a thing.
Oh.
I'd have to look it up. I don't know.
We're gonna have to dig into that. Is there a no sexting law? Because
I would definitely like go tell. I would probably tell like my friend's mom.
Yeah.
Because if I tell my mom,
oh, here you go. While there isn't a specific sexting law, sending or possessing sexually explicit images of minors is illegal and can be charged as child pornography. This is true even if the minor is the one who sent the image. In Virginia, this applies to individuals of any age, including teenagers.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell my mom first because if I was 16 years old, I'm like, yeah, Mom, I was sending nudes. First, she's going to beat my ass.
Yeah, she's going to take care of that part first.
Yeah. So I probably would have told, like, Megan's mom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because while she probably would have been mad at me.
Because it's like...
she wouldn't have beat my ass.
If he... while he didn't start it, it's still wrong of him to...
Yeah. He should have been like...
So he's probably 90% chance he's still a predator somewhere else.
Right. So, like, if you don't say anything, I feel like you are, like, putting others at risk in a way.
Yeah.
But, like, I also just get, like, the embarrassment.
Yeah.
Send an anonymous letter.
Yeah.
Like, send it to the school, like, and front office and be like,
hey,
Mr. Rogers sent me his Roger.
Yeah, and he has a naked picture on his phone of an underage girl.
Yeah.
Because you know he saved that shit.
Yeah, spank bank.
Disgusting.
Fucking hate it here.
Fucking filth. Dude, that's crazy. Oh, my God.
I don't understand how, like, even how all these teachers that are, like, getting arrested for having, like, sexual relations with their how do you, as a, like, adult, how do you find a child attractive?
I know. I'll never understand it, Whit.
I am weirded out, like, thinking that, like, a 20-year-old's attractive.
Yeah.
And I'm
29. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Because every once in a while, you will see a very nice-looking 20-year-old man, and it's like, you're a baby, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's still no. I can't, you know. It's a crazy world we live in.
I know.
Oh my God, it's 8 o'clock. Okay. So this is from Stories Gone Wild, and the title is Shit Thrower.
Jesus Christ.
It all started at a Christian summer camp. So there you go. End of story. No, I'm just kidding. This girl I knew in high school, let's call her Gabby, worked at this camp I grew up going to as a kid for one summer. Gabby was part of camp family. They're also known. There also was a known hottie at camp. Let's call him Brian. Now, Brian was in charge of maintenance on the campground. He received a call that one of the toilets in Camp Family's cabin was clogged. This toilet was clogged by, you guessed it, Gabby. Gabby was terrified that Hot Brian had to come and unclog her shit. She didn't want Hot Brian seeing her big turd. Rather than just own her shitty mistake, she proceeds to reach her bare hands into the toilet, grab her shit, run through the Camp Family living room, and hurl her shit into the woods. That was the whole story. What would you do?
I really hate to admit that I missed your whole thing because of what I just read.
Oh. Okay.
What happened?
I can't read it. What did you read? Now you have to share with the class. I'm scared. Is this worse than the dildo?
Yes.
Okay.
I really hope this isn't true. Okay.
Oh, shit's sake.
I was severely abused by my pet pig, and I don't know how to feel about it.
It humped her.
I, 25 female, had a pet pig growing up. My dad owned a farm business. He quit his job and kept all of the animals so I could keep them as pets. The pet pig name was Gertie. I always had a close connection with Gertie. We weren't like the others. We did everything together, including showers, changing, and eating together. My dad, 46 at the time, was watching over what we did together and became quite jealous that I was treating Gertie like my own blood. One night, I heard oinking outside my bedroom window. It sounded like moaning, but deep inside, I knew it was Gertie.
No,
he had a very different oink than the other pigs. I opened my bedroom window to see Gertie was sexually frustrated. He was rolling around,
Whitney?
oinking his life out. Suddenly, 20 minutes later, I had found myself laying on top of him.
No!
But it was different to any other time. It was not cuddles. It was not cuddles. It was not kisses. It was deeper than
I'm
that.
going to throw something at you.
I wanted to go on for the rest of the night, but then my dad barged in. I quickly pushed Gertie off of me and covered my naked body so my dad couldn't see. Then he heard an oink coming from under my bed. He grinned and grabbed Gertie and passionately started making out with him.
What? What? This is not true.
I really hope it's not. I moaned in frustration, wanting to join in. My dad noticed and stripped naked. The next day, I woke up to see my dad and my pig sleeping next to me. The sheets were covered, bacon and mayo sauce, if you know what I mean. My mom walked into my room to see all three of us cuddling. She immediately called CPS and my dad was taken away. He oinked as they handcuffed him. Next thing I knew, animal control came and took away Gertie. I became severely depressed and missed the feeling of having bacon inside of me. This has been with me for a few years now and I don't know what to do. I now work at a farm and it's different, you know?
That is the fakest shit. That better be the fakest shit. What was that on?
Reddit.
What subreddit?
Confess your secret.
Oh my god.
But somebody also said, fucked up even having an imagination like that, never mind if it's true.
Yes. That
Yeah, I was very disturbed as I, found that. So.
Well, that beats my shit story.
Yep.
That's fucking gross. That's what nightmares are made out of. Okay. Excuse me. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Are you actually listening this time?
No, hold on.
God dang it, Whitney.
Okay, I really can't read this one.
Don't be reading it. Alright, can I read mine?
Yeah.
Are you listening?
Okay. Okay. There's also another confession. I thought it said I seduced my dad at work. I was like, there's no way I can, like, really read this. And I was, like, scrolling, and it was, like, talking about sucking dick and, like, eating out. And I was like, not our dad.
Stop.
Not our dad. No.
No, my
It
God.
said I seduced a dad
Oh.
at my work.
Thank God.
Woo! Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'm listening. All ears.
And then we have to read that. The one that you just said.
It's very bad.
So? Is he a married dad?
It said NSFW.
That's the best kind of story to read.
It was like porn.
Mine is NSFW. You know what that means?
Not suitable for work.
Or safe.
Not safer. Whatever.
Same thing. Am I the asshole for getting extremely mad at my mom for leaving her vibrator on the couch where my 14-year-old sister found it?
Remember that one time I found your vibrator on the stairs?
Yeah.
In the laundry room.
In the laundry room.
Girl.
They just be laying.
Put that shit somewhere else.
But I don't do it when my kid is at home.
Yeah.
Okay. My 14-year-old sister found our mom's vibrator on the couch, just under a pillow. She picked it up and asked me what it was. I had seen stuff like this before. My mom sometimes leaves her toys in common areas, but I always stayed quiet to avoid the drama. This time, I got really, really angry. I went to my mom and said in a serious tone, "Look at me when I talk to you. Look at what my sister just found." I told her this had crossed the line and there should be limits, especially with kids in the house. Instead of acknowledging the mistake, she argued with me and said my sister shouldn't have touched it. She also said her house, her rules, and that I should move out soon because she's tired of me starting fights with her. I'll admit I can be a difficult person sometimes, but I have zero tolerance for people who never admit they're wrong. It's just incredibly frustrating to live with someone like that. What's your thoughts? Their house, their rules?
I think it's weird to leave your vibrators and shit out where your children can see them.
That should be a bedroom only thing when your kids are
weird.
around. Yeah, I'll leave mine laying around, but that's when my kid's not home.
Yeah.
And I hope nobody I love is listening to this. But seriously though, how can you do that when you have kids in the house? And then tell your other child to get over it. It's their house, their rules.
It's weird. Keep it in the bedroom.
That's fucking weird. I don't know. People be fucking strange.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
I seduced a dad at my work.
Okay. Is this a true story?
Probably.
Okay.
When I turned 18, I got a job at a community pool where a lot of families would come to enjoy.
Oh, no.
I had my fair share of guys flirt with me at that job. I have always been above average attractive. But they were all gross or with their wives or just pervy older men asking for my number or if I have someone taking care of me. I hate when... Ugh. It was gross. I had brushed off most of them, but there really wasn't much I could do about it. There was one dad, though, that caught my eye the first time he came in. He was a younger divorced dad, dressed really trendy and stylish, but still old enough for it to not be okay that I got butterflies every time he talked to me.
Why is that not okay? I love a hot dad.
I do love a hot dad also. He was so sweet and kind of funny when he talked to me at the counter. He remembered my name, which always stood out to me, and called me by it instead of honey or sweetheart or babe. But not only that, sometimes the shorts he would wear, well, let's just say it looked bigger than anything I'd seen at that point.
Woo! I'll be seducing that
I had a
dad.
huge crush.
A huge crush, all right.
I went out of my way to be extra friendly to him when he was in. Sometimes I would be working concessions and give him things for free. I think he knew I had a crush on him. He never played into it, which I think he could have totally taken advantage of me, and I am thankful he was a good person and never did. But at that point in my life, my biggest fantasy was sleeping with a dad. I babysat for a few families, and I would, capital letters, never have let a married man fuck me, but I masturbated all the time thinking about it. Well, this guy, of course, made his way into my fantasies. I imagined he was so tender, and when he'd fuck me with his big dick, he'd hold me and caress me and eat my so good.
God,
you know, I can't say that word.
know you can't.
He had a big mustache, and it was hot to think about.
The following is too spicy to broadcast.
Is that it?
Yes.
You know what? Hell yeah, girl. Hell yeah. I would have done the same fucking thing.
Same. No, actually, I would lie. Because I wouldn't have walked up to him and gave him my number.
I would have. If I was young and hot and skinny, and that motherfucker was, walking around with that big thing in his pants, taunting everybody with it.
I don't think I've ever just gave a guy my number.
I did on Brandon's truck.
Yeah, I've always had people do it for me. Like, do you remember that one time our friend's husband followed this guy into like a really large storage shed and asked him if he was single?
I do remember that.
That was a good time.
That was a good time.
It did lead to good times.
It did.
But
good for you.
it was funny.
Oh my God. How far are we over an hour?
Yeah.
Oh my God, already?
Yeah.
We just have so much fun in here.
I know. I'll save my crime corner for next week.
For next week?
Yeah.
Thank you all.
I need to go home and read the Bible.
Yeah, after that. Dude, could you imagine, though? I want one of those hats that say, I heart DILFs.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing. Men can say all they want to about MILFs. But there is nothing hotter than a DILF.
They have to be, they can't just be a dad.
No, they
have to be
have
a good dad.
Yeah, good dad, big strong arms and big strong hands.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just want...
They need to be capable of hand necklaces.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I just want Brandon to take his hands and just rub them along my arms.
I thought you
and my
about to say
hands.
choke you.
He has the most sexiest, big, hard-working hands and biceps and forearms. Sometimes I just sit there and squeeze them and rub my hands all over them because they're so fucking hot. And I may have to go home and take care of myself just from thinking about it, because he's just, God, his hands. There's something about a man's hands, especially a hard-working man's hands. We need to go to Bussy's too. The grand opening's tomorrow.
I was like, what?
Bussy's the Beaver.
Yeah.
You want to go? Me and Ruby's going to go at night.
That's a good idea,
because,
actually. Yeah.
everybody will, and their mom
Are
will
they
be
open
there.
24 hours?
7 days a week.
Okay, yeah, let's go late at night.
Yeah.
They
got them styrofoam cups, bro.
You know how good a Coke is going to taste out of that styrofoam
I know, but
cup.
Virginia's passing some kind of styrofoam law.
I know!
Yeah.
I need to go get a styrofoam.
Is that going to affect the Bussies?
Probably.
Could you imagine? They'll be they're from Texas, fucking Virginia pansies.
Yeah.
With their fucking styrofoam.
Virginia's for lovers, but not styrofoam.
Yeah, literally. Anyways, thank you everybody for listening to another episode of
Call It Like It Is.
Have a great week, and we'll see you next time.
Ta-ta.